Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. So, Andy, how's it going?
Oh, it's going well, Greg. Thanks for asking. I started rereading Stephen King's classic novel, It, featuring Pennywise the Evil Clown the other night. Haven't read it since it came out back in 1986 when I was 7 years old. It's still pretty scary, but I haven't needed to sleep with the light on like I did back then in 1986 when I was 7 years old. It's also interesting because now I catch references to other Stephen King books, like the name Stuttering Bill, which of course was the name of the robot who gives Roland, Susanna, and Patrick a snowplow ride in the Dark Tower. That's something I would never have picked up back in 1986 when I was 7 years old, Greg.
If you were 7 in 1986, Andy, that would make you 32. That can't be right because that would put you 6 years younger than me.
I think your math's off because I'm 9 years younger than you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. He looks awful.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You're going to lie about your age, at least, you know, make it realistic, Andy.
Use moisturizer or something.
Yeah. Wear a wig.
I'm done.
Okay.
I think you look nice, Andy.
Does Obama need to step up his game? Greg, you said on Saturday Obama made his 873rd outing to the golf course as president.
Yes.
I believe it was actually his 61st.
Oh, you know, I was counting the holes.
No, he tied Roger Maris.
Oh,
No. Also, you said, quote, he then celebrated Women's History Month on his radio show.
yes.
President doesn't have a radio show, Greg.
Yeah,
he has
does.
a
He does
weekly radio address.
Andy, he does a morning zoo every morning.
Little drive time action.
The sound effects are amazing. The
Yeah.
traffic noises.
Yeah.
This is Obama.
douche.
Yeah.
I
It's Opie. It's Opie in the D-bag.
His sidekick, Hillary, is hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will, I'm with you. I couldn't care less that the president took 10 minutes to fill out his NCAA bracket or whatever. But what's annoying to me is the phony outrage that gets all ginned up over things like this.
Yeah, and he also picked chalk. He picked the #1 seeds in all 4 of the.
Did he? I didn't.
Yeah, that's a little disappointing.
Didn't he do that last year too?
I think he had 1 non-#1 seed.
Okay.
He plays it safe.
Who does he have picking it all, winning it all?
I don't know. I don't think they've announced that yet, but he just picked #1 seeds.
He's a pragmatist, guys.
Okay.
But Andy, I was just merely pointing out that this happens with every president, and we can't pretend that like Bush didn't get crap over it constantly. So there you go.
Yeah, but to me, the question isn't like whether he's spending enough time focusing on things like Libya. The question is whether he's pursuing the right course of action or inaction in this case.
Absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, on Tuesday it was reported that Libyan government forces were moving in on the rebel stronghold of Benghazi, or as Obama put it, the noose continued to tighten around Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Diana, you said maybe Obama should have made his picks later. Tournament's about to start. Can't really make them much later.
You know, I'm a big fan of the Madness March, so sorry I messed that up.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The March Insanity.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is
like
this?
some
Like,
sort
are
of
we in
female
football
condition.
season? Like, what is this anyway?
It's just a little game.
There's a March Madness at Macy's. It's like 30% off all shoes.
I've got to go now. I'm back.
Greg, you said you could never be president because you don't have any hobbies.
Yes.
Legal hobbies.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. You know how hard it would be for them to figure out what they would do with me on weekends?
Yeah.
It would be really troubling.
It would. The Secret Service would be working overtime.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot about that. That'd be trouble.
Also, Greg, you said you have to use that acronym ITFB if it were Bush.
Yeah.
You want another shot at that?
What did I write? If.
Well, it should be IIWB.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, just checking.
I'll dub that in later.
Okay.
And
Also,
then you will look foolish.
I really will. Yeah, I'll look like I didn't watch the show.
Exactly.
I mean, more like I didn't watch the show. Yeah. Also, as Bill can tell you, it's not an acronym; it's an initialism.
Sorry.
But
Arizona-
nationalism's not fun to say.
Arizona County workers tested for nicotine. Will, you said, quote, I confess I occasionally smoke myself.
Yes.
You want another shot at that?
Yes. I will. I admit that I will occasionally perform orally. No, you know, I think maybe I just move on.
All right.
I occasionally have cigarettes. That's what I
Okay.
meant.
Nick, I got a question for you. The people who test negative for tobacco use are spared a premium that's $480 more per year.
Sure.
But a county spokeswoman said they don't keep data on how much tobacco users cost to insure compared with non-tobacco users. Right. So how are they making that decision?
I don't know. I know Maricopa County is a place that's most famous now for a sheriff who
Yes.
makes people wear pink underwear.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
I'm thinking the cigarettes, you know, Lucy's are probably going for $480 a shot there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The whole thing is a tent prison.
I love the idea of pink underwear.
Yeah.
Sure.
You love more than the idea of things.
We're all wearing it right now.
That's
Yes.
Speak for yourself.
Will, you asked how you check for sexual promiscuity? Chafing.
Oh, okay. I really did think it was stool, but
No. It's not.
with a shot.
Also, I should add that Arizona is, of course, a lovely state.
Yes.
Yes, that we
Very
love dearly.
Go Cardinals.
Gregolog, UK gay activist, want to cancel gay pride parade to avoid offending Muslims. Greg, you referred to England as a country.
Yes.
Is it?
Not really. I just like to do that.
Diana, did you say being gay is a lifestyle choice?
I'm so going to get beat up for this. Obviously, it's biological, but then once you decide, okay, this is my sexual orientation, then you go through the lifestyle.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to shut up.
I can vouch for this, Andy, because I was born one way, but I've chosen to live a hetero life.
Well, you were born two ways.
Yes, well, sequential hermaphrodites don't lie.
Yep.
Because they can't.
Greg, you said of the gays who want to cancel the parade, quote, they're joining hands with folks who, in other more extreme lands, might cut off theirs. Mm-hmm. Which is a lovely turn of phrase.
Thank you.
I must say.
Thank you.
I should point out that in 5 Muslim countries, the punishment for homosexuality is the death penalty.
Right. I was aware of that when I wrote it.
I know.
But I didn't want to change the sentence.
Absolutely.
So I chose the sentence over
Yes.
the facts.
And I salute you for that.
Yeah, and that has been my motto
Yep.
since I began journalism.
Absolutely.
I'd also like to point out that in one Muslim country, the leader wears a dress. So maybe we should rethink our thoughts on Mr. Gaddafi.
I should also point out that Iraq and Afghanistan also used to have the death penalty for homosexuality, but because of evil Bush Hitler, they no longer do.
See? Terrible man.
Yep.
Yeah. Imposing Western values.
I know, horrible, isn't it? Gregolog, head of Burger King, makes fun of British food and women. Greg, you mentioned that Bernardo Hees was referring to the time he spent at the University of Warwick.
Yes.
Also a graduate of that university, the great Stephen Merchant.
I have no idea.
Yep.
I mean, I have no idea.
I know.
Who?
You know who Stephen Merchant is.
I know. The tall, skinny guy.
Yes, exactly. Also, just lastly, Greg, you said, quote, the fact is, no matter what you say, somebody's going to be outraged. How dare you, sir?
No.
How dare you? Have you no shame?
No. I don't.
Okay.
I'm emailing Red Eye right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm writing a detailed letter to you when I get home. And then I'll eat it. Then I'll mail it to you again.
Excellent.
Oh.
Differently.
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You don't want to just stare at me for a while? A lot of people do. I don't mind. It's kind of a turn on if you ask me. All right, that's enough. Coming up, are trombones the tool of Satan? Probably not, but look at Diana Falzone. Holy. Ah. Anyway, does the situation prefer a male relation? Yes, this is a huge story. Can't believe we didn't lead with it at the top of the show. So what's the situation with the situation's orientation? Possibly a dude inclination. Yes, I speak of the golden-abbed Jersey Shore star Mike the Situation Sorrentino, whose sexual preference has recently come into question. Said his former Jersey Shore castmate Angelina, who I can't stand, on Monday, quote, I think he's gay because of the way he talks and the way he abuses girls. He talks down to women. I honestly feel like he's in the closet right now. He doesn't want to come out. Wow, so I guess a guy can't just really be handsome, hip to the hottest fashions, and work out a lot and enjoy hot tubbing with other dudes. Wait, that's me. Anyway, let's discuss this in our
Lightning round. Lightning round.
That it is, weird man. Diana, let's face it, Angelina, it's sour grapes. I'm an aficionado of Jersey Shore. She was
Yes.
the least liked person there. She's just mad because the situation is successful, and she's trying to tarnish him with an insult that really isn't an insult at all.
Well, how is she staying in the press? I mean, by talking about the cast members that are still on the Jersey Shore. It's a little pathetic. And guess what? People still want to know what the situation is, but the situation, hey! Sorry,
Yeah.
I just had to do that.
I can't believe we had to wait 40 minutes, Nick, to get to this story.
Yeah.
But we figured by teasing it, more people would stick around and watch. Nick, if Angelina's right, doesn't it make Jersey Shore that much better?
I think so. And, you know, by the way, when I had sex with the situation, he said it was the first time and the only time. And that he was going to deny it when I talked about it on Reddit.
That's
Did
amazing.
they call you a grenade behind your back? Or?
That whore. Will, that's destroyed you, hasn't it? Has this news changed your life in any way?
This news did. This news definitely changed my life.
Seaside Heights.
Yes. But,
Will,
Yes, sir.
any insights you can add to this clearly important story?
You know, I honestly think that we have actually nailed all of them, if you can believe that, actually. It's weird that we can do that in 15 seconds.
It really is. Bill, fact is, he's just too tacky to be gay. You don't want him in your group, do you?
I don't know what you're referring to by that. Again, sequential hermaphrodite is a group of one.
Yes.
And secondly, if you had just done that intro without any words, and we just ran that one clip of him with his shirt off and the flashing, fabulous lights all around him, what would you think? I think Angie might have a pretty good point right now.
I think he just liked his abs.
Yeah.
I've been there before, man.
That happy trail is Highway 35 in New Jersey.
They don't even look good. That's the thing. That's not attractive.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Yeah.
That's not good. I'll give you good. I'll show you good. That is unbelievable.
Come on, let's see
I
it.
wouldn't
All
say
right.
so.
Shall we move
I just
on?
had to
Yeah, we
read
should.
it.
All right, next topic, kind of depressing. TMZ reports that Casey Jordan, the 22-year-old porn star who partied with Charlie Sheen back in January, is in a mess of trouble. Police found her with cuts on her wrists in a Chicago hotel room after she tweeted several suicidal messages saying she had taken a bunch of pills, booze, and was ready to die. I got to go to you first, Diana, because you are a woman. She spent all this time with a bad boy and then is surprised that it ends badly. You're the advice lady.
Yes.
What kind of advice do you give to a woman who can't seem to rid herself of the bad boys in her life?
Well, I would have to say, let's think about her lifestyle choices, should we? Perhaps porn is a bad way to engage
dare
in a
you.
good self-esteem. I mean, she should get out of that line of work. Obviously, she's a drug addict. If we're looking at this seriously, she does need an intervention. It's not really a laughing matter. And obviously, anyone around Charlie Sheen kind of has a screw loose because the man's bipolar and going through a manic state.
Well, I thought
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It is. Obviously, Charlie Sheen is a bad influence, but she was also in Chicago.
By the way,
it's a
has
great
beautiful
place.
women.
It has beautiful women, great food.
Great teeth.
But the thing is here, Nick, the fact is, only rich and famous guys like Charlie Sheen can handle a lifestyle like that. Everybody around them becomes
Look, Emilio
casualties.
Estevez, he's a casualty.
Yes, he's a casualty.
And also of this.
I
Yes.
want to know whether or not the porn star is also a 9/11 truther. And whether or not, was, the so-called 9/11 attacks, was it enough to actually vacate the Burlington coat factory? Which isn't just about coats.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's so much
They
more.
now have
It's
a
so much more.
Muslim place of worship as well.
He's trying to link every single conspiracy together, and it's really confused the hell out of me. Will, is it ridiculous?
Because it's so true.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm beginning to think that social media is a good... She Twittered for help, and she got it. That's kind of interesting. Right?
Yeah, I think this is exactly what they had in mind when Biz and Jack
It's a
Dorsey
group suicide hotline.
Yeah, that was
That's
the
what it
idea.
is.
Certainly that was they went through that experience themselves of having a drug-fueled affair with Charlie Sheen. They realized, we need a technology that will allow us to convey this to people.
Exactly.
Let's call it Twitter.
Bill, people need to see the consequences of a lifestyle, and everybody saw was her hanging out with Sheen, and now she sees her living in a hotel room, sad and self-destructive. Maybe that can help somebody.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to throw my cards on the table, and I'm about to give you a bold statement. She might have done this to stay in the news cycle. The reason I say this is we had not been talking about her for a while. I think that she was probably looking for a free stomach pump after a night out of partying. And she thought, if I mention what's his name, maybe I'll get back on the front pages. I'll add suicide to it as well. I could be wrong. She seems like an upstanding girl.
Yeah.
But I'm going to throw that theory out
No,
there.
I think this is. What I hate is how people elevate porn to some kind of like celebrity culture, and this is what happens when people stop looking at you. Then you fall apart. Last topic: New York Magazine has offered up the best recipe of all time. It's for toast. Apparently, the secret is extra virgin olive oil and a hot griddle. Now, you're an editor, Nick. I was an editor. Will's an editor. Is it really that hard to fill pages of magazines that you actually have to do an entire feature on how to make the perfect toast?
Yeah, it is, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, Reason Magazine, which, for 40 years has been talking about politics, we're actually doing an issue about how to make your golf drive much straighter.
Really?
Yeah, we're out of the politics business, okay?
Yeah.
We've done it enough.
It's great to have a photograph combined with an illustration. to show the club moving.
And some saucy captions.
Exactly.
That's got to hurt.
If you want to make your stroke straighter, stay away from the situation. That's the word on the street. That's the word on the street.
Will, what's worse, buying really complicated things or trying to make simple things sound really fancy? Like fetishizing toast.
Well, first off, I mean, again, I work at New York Magazine. I feel like must offend.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
But it's a little annoying that our microwave doesn't even work, and we're devoting like 3 pages to toast. So it's a little frustrating.
But that Obama letter, how was that coming? I mean, because doesn't he respond to the toast story?
He's actually guest setting the next issue. It'll be very fun. It's all toast.
Because it's budget.
It's all toast and stuff that doesn't matter.
Diana, I bet you love toast, don't you?
No.
I've never thought I would ask that question.
You know, I'm not a big toast person. It's very hard to make. I'm so glad this recipe's here. But you know what? I really want to see ice cubes because it boggles my mind. I'm like, how does that become ice cube? I don't know.
You know, it's not making the ice cubes, it's getting them out of those little containers.
I haven't
Sometimes they don't wanna
even
go.
gone there yet because no one told me how to do it. Get on that, Will.
I'm on it.
Okay.
Bill, you have written many an article. Have you ever written it?
None of them good, sir.
Yeah. Have you ever written one as silly as this one or as great as this
Well,
one?
I'll tell you the secret to making the perfect toast. Always say cheers afterwards. Guys! What?
To you!
Yeah, to all of us! I think we've learned something.
Wow, that was beautiful. We're going to take a break, but we'll get back somehow unless I go out and get a sandwich. Which I
I'm
might.
fired.
Well, you know, there are more awkward ways to find out she's a he.
I
Just
don't-
ask him to sing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
That's beautiful.
Pen.
All right. We're going to close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. And to check out recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. See that good-looking guy there? That's me. A reminder, Bill, Andy, and I will be hosting the John Gibson Show. Check us out Thursday noon. And remember, you can call in on Fox News Radio or listen on your computer at radio.foxnews.com. Again, that's Thursday at noon Eastern. Definitely call in. We're going to take a lot of callers.
Please call.
Can I emphasize a lot of calls?
Don't
okay?
want to plan much.
Yes. Ooh, I was able to look at you this time. Coming up tomorrow on the next Red Eye, return appearances from Daily Beast contributor Dana Vachon. He's the one on the left with the gray hair. Entertainment journalist Jill Dobson. Isn't she adorable? And comedian Paul Mercurio looking intensely lippy. He does have big lips. But I don't mean that as an insult. Right, Andy? Mr. Postgame Wrap-Up himself?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah. Diana, I hear you're hosting a new show.
Yes, on Maxim.com, DVD Aphrodisiac. You can check it out weekly anytime you go on to Maxim.com.
Excellent. What kind of things you talk about on this show?
We talk about movies and what turns a girl on. You know,
Really?
important things.
Do you ever get
the real
tired of that?
issues.
You
No.
get tired of talking about what turns girls on?
No.
You never get tired of it?
Never.
Oh.
I could do it forever.
Me either, Diana. Me either. Someday I hope to find out.
Well, stop with the cats, Andy.
I know. Will, you got any final?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. We were laughing at her insult toward you. Please go ahead.
You know I love you.
Will, you got any Final Four picks?
Yeah, I like. I think Ohio State is going to win over the Mets.
Over who?
The Mets. I'm just insulting you.
Nice.
I think you just insulted Ohio State, actually.
Wow.
All right. That's your final 4 picks, Ohio State and the Mets.
Ohio State over actually Pittsburgh. I just wanted to give an insult.
Okay. What about your Illini?
I think they will beat UNLV, but lose to Kansas.
Okay. Nick, you got an interview with Rand Paul coming up over at the Reason.tv?
Yeah, we have tomorrow at Reason.tv, Rand Paul, senator from Kentucky, and it explains how Kentucky continues to lead the nation in pregnant smokers. Year after year.
You're terrible. Why do you keep insulting states of our union? Because I got to read the letters. Send your letters to Nick Gillespie at Reason, not to me. I love Kentucky. I love the fried chicken. All right. Bye, Andy.
Bye.
Diana, Schultz, Leach, Gillespie, you're an awful person. That does it for me. I'm Greg Gutfeld. I shall see you next time. I love you, Arizona, Canada.